I've been trying to do this video, and and well, it's about the Dick Act of 1902, and I was reading it. I was in the middle of it. I'm in the middle of reading it. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's referred as the Dick Act of 1902. And now there are more important things to research than someone doing something creative, cut and paste based on what we're thinking. It says nothing about buying weapons and nothing about unorganized militia. Read the act. Reaction of the organized militia under the Constitution and the laws of the United States, 1910-1911, published by the War Department, Division of Military Affairs, online, which has the entire act published starting at page 10 of the book. Here's a link to one of the pages. Okay, here's just a link here. Okay. Okay, here. Okay, here we go. The Dick Act of 1902, Efficiency of Militia Bill, H.R. 11654, Gun Control Forbidden. Saw this in our friend Robert Dyke Wall and did a little snooping into it. More unlawful practice. Had to share. Bing it, Google it, whatever. Up to the library, there it is, with people. Okay. Okay, now it's referred to H.R. 11,654, a bill that promotes the efficiency of militia and for other purposes supersedes the archaic militia laws enacted in 1792. Brooklyn, New York, Executive Committee of Interstate National Guard Association, 1902. Shit. Okay, now. Okay, now here we go. This is the Dick Act of 1902. The Trump card enacted by the Congress, further asserting the Second Amendment, is untouchable. The Dick Act of 1902, as also known as the Efficiency of Militia Bill, H.R. 11,654, of June 28, 1902, invalidates all so-called gun control laws. It also divides the militia into three distinct separate entities. The three classes H.R. 11,654 provides for all the organized militia henceforth known as National Guard of the State, Territory, and District of Columbia. Unorganized militia, a regular army. The militia encompasses every able-embodied male between ages of 18 to 45 All members of the unorganized militia have a absolute personal right and Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms of any type, as many as they can afford to buy. That means anybody from 18 and up can buy a weapon, own a weapon of any type, as they can afford to buy. The Dick Act of 1902 cannot be repealed. To do so will violate bills of a tenured and ex post facto laws, which will be yet another gross violation of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. The President of the United States has zero authority, without violating the Constitution, to call the National Guard outside of their state borders. The National Guard militia can only be required by the national government for a limited purpose specified by the Constitution to uphold the laws of the Union, to suppress insurrection, repel invasion. There are only purposes for which the general government can call upon the National Guard. Attorney General Wickersham advised President Taft the organized militia, the National Guard, cannot be employed for offensive warfare outside the limits of the United States. The Honorable William Gordon, in a speech to the House on Thursday, October 4th, 1917, proved that the action of President Wilson, in that he felt Wilson ought to be impeached. During the war with England, an attempt was made by Congress to pass a bill authorizing the President to draft 100,000 men between ages of 18 and 45 to invade enemy territory, Canada. The bill was defeated in the House by Daniel Webster on the precise point that Congress had no such power over the militia as to authorize it to empower the President to draft them into the regular army or send them out of the country. The fact is that the President has no constitutional right under any circumstance to draft men from the militia to fight outside the borders of the United States, and not even beyond the borders of their respective states. Today, we have a constitutional law which still stands in waiting for the legislators to obey Constitution which they swore an oath to uphold. Charles Hughes of the American Bar Association, ABA, made a speech which contained the appendix to Congressional Record, House, September 10th, 1917, page 6836 to 6840, which state militia, within the meaning of these provisions of the Constitution, is distinct from the Army of the United States. In these pages, we also find a statement made by Daniel Webster that the great principle of the Constitution on the subject is that the militia is the militia of the United States and the general government, and thus, being in the militia of the states, there is no part of the Constitution worded with greater care and with more scrupulous jealousy than that which grants and limits the power of Congress over it. The limitation upon the power to raise and support armies clearly established the intent and purpose of the framers of the Constitution to limit the powers to raise and maintain the standard army to voluntary enlist, because of the limited powers to draft and conscript was intended to be conferred. It would have been a useless and puerile thing to limit the use of money for that purpose. Conscript armies can be paid, but they are not required to be. If it had been intended to confer the extraordinary power to draft the bodies of citizens and send them out of the country in direct conflict with limitation upon the use of militias imposed by the same section and articles. Certainly, some restrictions and limitations would have been imposed to restrain the unlimited use of such power. Honorable William Gordon Moore, info with over 3 million guns in the United States. Federal government defined as corporate under 28 U.S.C. Section 3002-15. The states are subdivision of the corporation. 28 U.S.C. Section 3002 cannot ban arms and stop people from defending themselves against tyrannical government. I read somewhere that just the state of North Carolina, call it the 2030 division of all unorganized militia, would be about 300,000 armed North Carolinians for the moment notice. Imagine the state of Texas or Oklahoma if that is the case. Amazingly, even in the United States tries to ban all arms throughout backdoor measures like domestic violence laws, Violence Against Women Act, 18 U.S.C. Section 922, or through the unconstitutional UN declaration adopted by our current Marxist unconstitutional Congress. No treaty can supersede the Constitution. The Supreme Court has regularly and informally recognized the supremacy of the Constitution over a treaty. Read Vercovert, October 1956, 354 U.S. 1 at page 17. The case involved the question: does NATO status of forces agreement treaty supersedes the U.S. Constitution? Keep reading. The Reed Court, U.S. Supreme Court, held that opinion that no agreement with a foreign nation can confer the power of Congress on Congress or any other branch of government which is free from the restraint of the Constitution. Article the supremacy clause of the Constitution declares the Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all the treaty made or which all shall be made under authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. There's nothing in the language which There's nothing in the language in which intimates the treaty, and laws enacted pursuant to them do not have to comply with the provisions of the Constitution, nor is there anything which the debate which accompanied the draft and ratification which even suggests as such results. It would be manifestly contrary to the objective of those who created the Constitution, as well as those who are responsible for the Bill of Rights, let alone alien to our entire constitutional history and tradition, to construe Article 6 Article 6 as permitting the United States to exercise power under the international agreement without observing constitutional prohibitions. See Elliot's debate, 1836, page 5 to 519. In effect, such construction would permit amendment of that document in the matter not sanctioned by Article 5. The prohibition of the Constitution was designed to apply to all branches of the national government that cannot be nullified by executive or by executive and Senate combined. Do you understand what the Supreme Court said there? No. Executive order, President executive agreement, no NAFTA, no GATT, no WTO agreement, treaty passed by anyone can supersede the Constitution. Fact. No question. At the point of court pause quote from another of their opinions, 7 Geoffroy versus Riggs, 133 U.S. 258 at page 267, where the court held at the time that the treaty power as expressed in the Constitution is in terms unlimited except by those restraints which are founded in instrument against the actions of the government or its departments, and those arising from the nature of the government itself. For all that of the states, it would not be contended which it extends so far as to authorize what the Constitution forbids, and or changes the character of the government, or a change in the character of other states, or a cessation of any portion of the territory of the latter without its consent. Assessing the GATT/WTO parasitic organism in light of the part of this opinion, we see that it cannot attach itself to its host, our republic or states, in the fashion that traitors in our government wish, without our rescinding it to it. The court continues with its opinion. The court has been repeatedly taken the position that the act of Congress, which must apply with the Constitution, is on full parity with a treaty. The statute to extend of conflict renders the treaty null. It would be completely anomalous to say the treaty needed to comply with the Constitution when such agreement can be overridden by a statute that must conform to that instrument. The Supreme Court cannot have made it so clear treaties do not override the Constitution, and cannot in any fashion amend it. Case closed. That means all this gun control bullshit, it cannot supersede the Constitution. Okay? The Dick Act of 1902 states any gun control law is null and void. It means you from age 18 to 45, you can buy any weapon of any type, as many as you want, as long as you can afford it. Now, every time when there's a shooting, okay, they go after the constitutionally protected carry. They go after the constitutional protected citizens who have been constitutionally right to carry for years, instead of going after the criminals who somehow got the gun, could be been illegally or legally. Either way, the individual did the shooting. The individual or individuals that did the shooting are the ones that need to be looked at, arrested, tried, and convicted, or shot dead on sight. Period. Now, before I finish here, the Quartering did a tweet this morning talking about a fellow YouTuber, The Act, was demonetized for criticizing YouTube. You know what, guys? I've been criticizing YouTube for years. Okay, for years. And I guess that somebody at YouTube didn't like the criticism from somebody, so they feel like, you know what? Since you're criticizing us, we're going to demonetize your ass. They have. They have. Now the thing is, when you least expect it, again, YouTube and this kind of shit have gone out of control here. You know, I've called out, what was her name? Susan Wojcicki. I've called out YouTube. I've called out Google. I called out Facebook. You know, all these idiots. Not one time have I ever had a video age restricted, pulled, never demonetized because I'm not making any money. There's no money to be made because I haven't planned to make any money on here because even if I do, I'll probably have a video each time I do a video that's uploaded. Demonetize. That means no pay, no nothing. You can't get paid here. So, the act, the channel name is the act _YT, which was for YouTube. Trying to think of the name of that channel here. Let's see here. Trying to think here. Okay. 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 What's the channel's name here? Got it, channel. It's the act something. Trying to think. Yeah, the guy. He was demonetized for, again, I guess you're not allowed to criticize YouTube because you get demonetized. But again, you know, I mean, I've had a video just recently get again, age restricted for a 6th time. 6 times in 2 months. Okay, 2 months. Complete bullshit, man. Complete bullshit. Viewer, how are you doing, my friend? Viewer, how you doing, my friend? Good? Alright, good. I mean, they're trying to come up with these laws. And these laws are kind of like the laws they're trying to do back in between 2011 and 2013 when they tried to do that SOPA PIPA bullshit. Here you got the whole red flag laws, all the other crap going on. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work because as long as we got the Dick Act of 1902, good luck with these gun control laws because it violates the Second Amendment. It violates the Bill of Rights. It violates the Constitution. Period. But these dumbass Democrats are anti-gun, anti-free speech, anti-Second Amendment, anti-defending yourself. But look at this. Democrats have armed security. Dianne Feinstein, who's the author of the assault weapons ban in 94, she owns the gun. She carries on herself. But yet she has armed security. What the fuck, right? It's for thee and not for we, you know. Not for us, but for them, you know. Again, you have a right to bear arms. 18 years of age, look, they're trying to raise the age on buying a gun. It's like comparing it to buying cigarettes. Back in the day, you could buy a pack of smokes at 18 years old. They raised it to 21. Right? 21. You gotta be 21 to buy cigarettes. And because of the, you know, David Hogg's Fruity Bunch, they want to raise the age from 18 to 21. Well, at 18, you join the military, right? At 18, you join the military. And what do? You train. You train to use the weapon, right? You go to the firing range, fire off a few shots. You practice at firing range, you know? Ping, 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 you know? Whole thing, you know? And by the time you get back, but I mean, you're old enough to join the military, but not old enough to own a weapon? Go fuck yourself, man. Go fuck yourself, dude. It's all about going after gun owners. That's all it is. Because every damn time when there's a shooting, oh my God, we gotta have gun control. We gotta to ban assault weapons. Okay, history lesson, kids. The automatic weapon, like the Tommy gun and the BAR, the Browning automatic rifle, was banned in the 30s after the gangster era. And during the 30s. So that leaves us with semi-automatics that we're legally allowed to have. But there's some ways that you can go from. There's ways to modifying your semi-auto to go full auto. But your better chance is to own a weapon that's semi-auto. Because if you go full auto, you're going. But semi-auto, you got a better chance of firing one shot. Full auto, you're going to go spring all over the damn place, you know. But semi-automatic is a lot safer and better because you're not that crap, you know. The whole firing all over the damn place, you know. But semi-auto, better because you got timing here, you know. Sorry about the fart noises. I'm not good with whatever I'm saying, but the whole thing is semi-auto. Okay, for example, you own a revolver, 6-round revolver, right? click it once, boom. Basically, it's a semi-auto, but it's like you click it once, ping, click, ping. 6 rounds. You know, there's your 338, 38 special. There's your Magnum 44 mag. But again, you know, it's just that when you please expect, you know, but again, Joe Biden cannot ban. Okay, he ain't got the authority to ban a 9mm. 9mm. Okay, what's 9mm? M9mm. What's a Glock? It's a 9mm, right? Glock's a 9mm. What's a 6 hour? 9mm. What's a 22? AR-15. Now, why is it? Okay, here's a question. Why is it that they're so afraid of a rifle that shoots a 22 round, a tiny little bullet enough to kill a ground squirrel? Hunt a ground squirrel or turkey shooting, you know. A little round bullet like that. Why are the Democrats so afraid of an AR-15 that shoots a 22 round? I mean, if you entered in a gunfight with the AR-15, I'll tell you what happened. You would be cut down within 10 to 15 minutes. If you fire a 22 round and a 9mm, you're cut down. 45, you're dead in seconds. You know? Because a 22, it's like that. It's like that. Tiny 22 round. What's 45? Alright? What's 38? I said about like that. A little taller than a 22. I mean, could you imagine shooting a 38 out of an AR-15? It's a bullet for a revolver, man. It's a bullet for a revolver, man. 38 round, 38 caliber, you know. But a 22 round, you'll be cut down in seconds. The guy that got killed by that woman who had a handgun, he was firing off 22 rounds. 22 rounds, right? But yet, you got the president, who's a fucking idiot. I'm here wanting to ban the 9mm. One shot could blow out your lungs. Yeah. If you were Superman's dog Crypto, he'd probably put his nose up your ass to suck your lungs out. Good boy, Crypto, for sucking the lungs out of their ass. But the thing is, Democrats are fucking stupid, dude. They are literally fucking stupid. Straight up fucking stupid. Again, read up on the act here and tell me your thoughts of it, okay? Look it up, no problem. Google it, Bing it, go it, whatever. Do your research. But again, if you're new to this channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and I'll see. And always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. Please share this video with all your friends and family, and and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.